Hey, man. How's everything, brother?
I'm living. I'm enjoying life. This is. It feels like it's peak sports time. We got NBA on right now. We just finished African Cup of Nations. We've got the NFL championship games coming up as well. We're about to get the Super Bowl. I'm loving life right now, bro. And we got lots to talk about. And don't forget, bro, we got the UFC as well. I want it, bro. We got lots to talk about today. Random shuffle. We started off the right way. Let's go.
Bro, let's start off with the Morocco versus Senegal, man. What a freaking outcome that was, bro. What was your thoughts on the game?
Bruh. Like, for me, I wanted Senegal to win. Again, people can say I'm going at, a certain part of Africa by saying that. But, bro, I wanted Senegal to win. I love Sadio Mane. He played for my favorite football club, Liverpool. So I wanted Senegal to win. And, bro, especially as the game went on, and you're looking at Morocco obviously being at home. You're looking at the antics Morocco are doing. They're stealing the goalkeeper towel, like from Edouard Mendy, the keeper. I'm like, bruh, these Moroccan dudes are straight up trying to cheat because of this home field advantage, home tournament advantage, whatever you want to call it. So I was happy to see Senegal get that goal in extra time and win. But the dramas, man, they walked off the field for 10 minutes. And I'm thinking to myself, even the commentators were saying it, if Senegal doesn't come back on the field and this game ends in a default or whatever was going to end in, this would be terrible for the African Cup of Nations going forward. So I'm glad Sadio Mane got the players back on the field. They came back, keeper saves the penalty, we go to extra time, Senegal score, they win the game. All of Africa, except Northern Africa, was happy with that result, I tell you that.
I was happy, dog. I was happy, and I saw that. I saw how disrespectful Morocco was treating Senegal, throwing towels. Not to be honest, bro. It kind of reminded me of when the Pistons got beat in '91 by the Bulls. But I even think Morocco. I think Morocco did it more disrespectfully than what the Pistons did. I think so,
For sure,
bro.
Yeah, 100%. Because, bro, like, that's crazy antics. You've never seen that. You've seen tournament held in way worse atmospheres, way more physical atmospheres than Morocco. And I swear, I've never seen the antics that they were trying to pull, bro. And, again, I think, hey, act of God, justice, karma, whatever you want to call it, bro. But, hey, Senegal, they had to get that win because I felt like, man, what Morocco were trying to pull, absolute disgrace. So, shout out to Senegal, shout out to Sadio Mane.
Bro, so what does this mean for Senegal's future? Did you even expect them to beat Morocco?
I had Senegal beating Morocco. I think I was probably on the small part of the portion because, again, for me, Senegal have always had a really good team. Probably over the last 3 to 4 years, they've had a really good team. Morocco, obviously, they're stacked. They made the last World Cup semi-finals for sure. They're probably, the best hope for Africa, maybe this year as well, to make the semi-final again. But I just had a feeling for Senegal. I just sort of went, it feels as though Sadio Mane, his last AFCON is what he said before the tournament. So I said, man, I just feel it's one of those moments. They've got a good team. I think they can get it done. They get it done. But now, hey, the outlook for them now goes to middle of the year this year, the FIFA World Cup, because, hey, Morocco did it last time for Africa. They got the semi-final. Now, Senegal, you just came off winning an AFCON. All these same players who played at AFCON are going to be there at the World Cup. If they can all stay healthy, maybe this is the moment for Senegal to go out there and do what they should have done in 2002, make the FIFA World Cup semi-finals.
And what do you think their chances are at this World Cup?
It's hard, man, especially this expanded tournament. It's this FIFA World Cup, I think it's 48 teams this time, so it's, hey, your chances of getting to that semi from 48 down to 4, it's a lot harder than 32 down to 4, but the way Senegal are, oh, bro, I always have to cheer for Africa. My country, Zimbabwe's not there, so, hey, I'm going to go for the next best thing. Give me Senegal. It will be hard, but I'm ultimately going to say they won't make semifinals. I see them peaking probably at about quarterfinals.
That's one thing I like about us, man. Like, we going to root for the brothers.
100%. You know, right? Hey, it's in the skin, bro.
We gonna always root for us first. We always gonna root for us first, bro. I was telling you before we started. I went to a Senegalese restaurant. Shout out to the Yacht. I went with them. Go check out the YouTube, by the way. So we went in, bro, and literally there was nowhere to go. We couldn't sit anywhere. It was just a big crowd of people. And you know what, bro? It felt like I was at the game itself. But when I seen Senegal, when I seen them with the it was a penalty kick. When I seen that penalty kick go in and everybody jumping up, I was like, yo, because I'm not a big soccer fan, people. I know I watch soccer, you know, I'm getting more into it. We're gonna be talking about a lot of it on the show, but just to feel that presence, I knew it. I can just tell from their history. It's been a long time since we came this far, and it was a sight to see, bro. It was a sight to see. But let me ask you this question: who was the real MVP of that game?
Oh, what's the midfielder's name? Midfielder from Crystal Palace. I think it's Crystal Palace. Forget his name. Midfielder for Senegal. Forget his name. But he played an unbelievable game. He played unbelievable. I think he scored the winning goal as well. It wasn't a penalty, by the way. The Senegal goal was from open play goal, left foot. I think outside the box, top corner.
Okay.
Oh my God, I forget his name. But yeah, he played unbelievable that entire game, bro. I think he played all the way from all 120 minutes he played. So he deserves a ton of credit. I know Sadio Mane lifted the trophy, got all the applause, and then Mendy saved the penalty as well. But yeah, he played an unbelievable game. Without him, they don't win that. And now, hey, listen, get back to club football. Please, I beg, don't get injured. Be ready for the World Cup because Senegal's going to need you even more when you're going up against, you know, the Frances, the Germanys, the Brazils, the Argentinas, the Portugals. Of course, I respect African football. I'm from there. I respect AFCON. But listen, African standard compared to those other European teams, South American teams that you're going to have to play in 6 months, it's a level up. But I'm sure they'll be able to step up again.
Let me ask you this: what does this say about Morocco's future? How can Morocco's
looking good, bro? Morocco's looking good for this World Cup again because this is a evolved team from what they were in 2021 when they had that World Cup there, that World Cup run. They evolved a lot. They went to the Olympics, I think, as well. They performed well there as well. They've got Hakimi, they've got Diaz, who obviously missed a penalty. They've got a lot of good players in Morocco, man. And again, Morocco, as I said before, are the best hope for Africa to go to the semi-finals and potentially win a World Cup, the first ever African team to win a World Cup. They're the best hope this year. And I know it's probably a little bit hard for Africa right now because of what they did in the AFCON final for people to get behind them and, you know, cheer for them and want them to win. But listen, Africa, we'll forget about this in a month's time. We'll be back to normal. And then, again, come June time, they're going to be part of the African, you know, what we're going to call it, group of teams that we're going to be hoping make it far and potentially, get that first World Cup for Africa, bro.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Senegal. Shout out to Senegal for real, man. That was a dope game. And my apologies. Yes, it was a kick by Pepe. Help me pronounce his name. Pepe.
Was it Pepe Sa?
Pepe Gueye?
Pepe Gueye. Yeah, Gueye.
Yeah. Shout out
Idrissa Gueye. Idrissa Gueye's brother, I think. Yeah, Pepe Gueye. Gueye. Yeah.
Yeah, Pepe Gueye, man. Shout out to him for that phenomenal shot. Hey, man, it's looking good for Senegal, bro. Let's move on to the UFC 324. This is gonna be a fight, bro. So I kind of underestimated this card until I actually saw who was on the card. It's gonna be an exciting one, bro, and I think this could probably be the start to a good year of fighting. This fight card is really good. We got Gaethje and Paddy Pimblett. We got Derrick Lewis. All right, I have to ask you a little about. We got Sean O'Malley also returning, but let's start with Derrick Lewis. Derrick Lewis holds the most knockouts in UFC. Do you think this is it for Derrick Lewis, or do you think he still has power in his hands?
But I mean, what they say was the last thing to go, right? For these big time heavyweights, power is the last thing to go. So I know the power is still there for Derrick Lewis. It's just that speed factor because Wilder Cortez Acosta had a massive 2025. I think he fought 5 times in 2025. Now he's fighting again. So this is the 6th time, I think, across a 12-month period that he's fighting. So he's been in there, getting his time up in the octagon, winning fights. I think the only fight that he lost was to Sergey Pavlovich. Listen, the Black Beast. I know we were just talking about it before. We back our black brothers. Cortez Acosta's black too.
Yes.
I think this is not the end for Derrick Lewis. But I'm picking Cortez Acosta to beat him here. I don't know if I can confident enough to say knockout, but I think Cortez Acosta beats Derrick Lewis. But I don't think it's the end for Derrick Lewis. I think he's still got plenty of fights because I don't think he can beat this upper echelon of the heavyweights anymore. But bruh, you put him in there with those number 7, 8, 9, 10 guys ranked in the heavyweight division, he's beating all those guys. But I just don't think he can beat the Cortez Acostas of the world anymore.
Wow, I'm gonna actually say the opposite. I do have Cortez winning. Winning. I think it'll be a knockout. Usually, Derrick Lewis fights usually end up him knocking somebody out or him getting knocked out.
Yeah.
I go Cortez because he, like you said, man, he is not coming off a break. He's been fighting. He fought 5 times last year, and when you are actively fighting, chances are you're gonna win. And we've seen Cortez. Cortez is a skillful heavyweight fighter. He's not some dude that's just looking for the KO. No, dude can move around. And I think Derrick Lewis's later years, we've seen him kind of slow down a little bit. We've seen him take a couple losses that he shouldn't have lost, dude. And I personally think if he cannot get the job done Saturday, I personally think it should be it might be time to hang up the gloves. And I'm saying that as a fan. I don't want to see
the reason I say that he'll have one more even if he loses, or have a few more maybe if he loses, is I say if he loses here, now there's a Houston card in February. That's going to be too quick of a turnaround. Otherwise, that would have been great. Get him at home for potentially a last fight. I think Derrick Lewis, you lose this fight, go fight at the White House and call it a day at the White House. Call it a day at the White House, because the White House card needs USA fighters. There is no better fighter, I think, like to get out there for on that White House card than a guy who's going to put on an entertaining fight, is probably going to get a knockout for America, and America needs to get wins on that card. So I say if you're Derrick Lewis and you lose this card, lose on this card to Waldo, take a little break, come back in June, fight on that White House card, get a crazy knockout on, that's going to be the biggest platform the UFC's ever had. Get a crazy knockout, your name gets even bigger, you retire right there, all these people, new fans, and you set yourself up for a crazy career after, where again you become a massive, name amongst people. So I think wait out and hold out for that potentially.
Imagine seeing him on that prelim, bro. Woo, we get a starter from Derrick Lewis starts it.
The only thing I think Trump would say is, hey, if you win, no, my balls was hot type of stuff, bro. Don't be taking off nothing in the octagon when you're at the White House. That's the only thing. Anything else you're free to do, Derrick, but don't be taking your pants off at the White House. That's the only thing I think they'll say to him.
Yo, Derrick Lewis has some of the funniest post interviews ever, dog. He is how can you not like him? How can you not like someone like that? But here's my question, man. Let's say Derrick Lewis retires after this fight on Saturday. Where do you put him in as the heavyweights of all time?
Oh man, I'll probably just put him in I would say top 10. Let me just say top 10 right now. I was gonna say top 15, but I'll say top 10 in UFC alone. I'll say probably top 10 just because of the knockouts that he's had. Obviously, he's never been a champion, which is why it taxes him a little bit, because he's never been a champ. But you look at the wins that he has. I mean, the Francis Ngannou one was boring as hell, but listen, that's a win. A win's a win. Beat guys like Curtis Blades, beat Alexander Volkov. He's got some good wins on his record, man. And then I think you add in the fact that he is the knockout king in the UFC history. Think about how many fighters have fought. He is the knockout king. Yeah, I'd say I'll put him in top 10. So even if he retires, man, he's going to be in the books forever. He's going to be remembered forever. So yeah, I'd say top 10.
Yeah, I'll put him top 10. I'll put him either at 9 or at 10. He's at the last 2 slots of the list. I put him back.
Yeah,
I put him back. All right. 100. So my homie, I don't know if you like Sean O'Malley, but I like O'Malley. All right, props to O'Malley. O'Malley be doing some wild shit, but I have hopes that he's gonna win this fight. So, is Sean O'Malley ready to become the face of the bantamweight again?
Bruh, I would love to say yes, man, but God, bro, you saw that fight between Marab and Piotr Jan, bro. That was high level, elite. And you see what, again, I know MMA math, all that, but you see how much Jan has improved. I thought Jan beat Sean O'Malley when they fought that first time. And then Jan goes out there and beats Marab convincingly in that second fight, which is a guy that, again, Sean O'Malley got dominated by the second fight, especially. First one, not really. It was a little bit, closer. I'm like, I don't know if Sean O'Malley can beat Umar Nurmagomedov. I don't know if Sean O'Malley can beat Piotr Jan, and I know for sure he can't beat Marab. So that's three guys right there I'm looking at, and I'm saying, O'Malley, I don't know if you can beat these dudes. So even if O'Malley beats Song Yadong, and he maybe gets a title shot against Jan, I don't see him winning that. I really don't. And I just don't see him becoming a champion again in this division. I just feel like these top three guys in front of him are too elite. In addition, you've got a guy like Peyton Talbot who's making his way up. Song Yadong is still, I think, quite young as well. So he was probably going to have to run around the block. Even if he loses, he's got plenty of time to come back around the block and get O'Malley again. So I don't think O'Malley's going to get that face of the bantamweight division status back. I think he had it for a moment, and I think he had it for a moment. I don't want to be that guy, but it really got blessed to him by the UFC and Uncle Dana. I don't think he's getting that back, especially looking at the way that Umar's young, Jan is 32, Marab is 34, and then Peyton Talbot, all these other dudes coming up. I think O'Malley lost that opportunity to be that face of the division.
Yeah, O'Malley loses to Jan. O'Malley loses to Amagomedov. O'Malley loses to Marab. I don't see him beating any three of those dudes. I like O'Malley, and here's the reason why I like O'Malley. One, he's entertaining. Kind of gives me Conor McGregor vibes. And he's not someone that's gonna run or duck a fight like Conor McGregor would. I think he takes, and I'm not calling McGregor out. All right, McGregor is one of the best showmen in fighting history, but I think in O'Malley's case, man, he doesn't duck. All right, he's gonna take the L, and he's gonna take accountability for it. That's one thing I respect about him. But let me ask you this about O'Malley. Do you think O'Malley has made enough money to where fighting is like second place for him? Or do you think he still has that dog in him where he can put on these top tier performances?
That's my problem with O'Malley right there, is that I believe that he's now so successful outside the octagon, he doesn't need fighting money anymore. Like, there is a select few dudes out there, like the O'Malleys, the McGregors, the Adesanyas, the John Joneses, where money doesn't drive these guys anymore. They don't need to fight to get money. They've made the money, and in addition, they've capitalized on outside the octagon opportunities to make money. Like, you see O'Malley, he's buying a ranch out there. He's got the Lambos. He's got all this. Bro, this dude could not fight ever again. Yeah, exactly. The dude is sorted for life, and that's when I get a little bit worried about these guys sometimes, because I say, O'Malley, you got the millions. Song Yadong wants the millions. He wants to be where you are right now, and his hunger is at a level that's significantly high, because O'Malley, you've been a champion. Song Yadong is not. You've made millions. Song Yadong has not. They want that, and I think they are so driven. Again, I'm not questioning O'Malley's motivation. I'm just bring up potential here where the hunger becomes a thing sometimes, where, bro, my hunger is just greater than yours. And hey, my will to, get up in the morning at 6 a.m. to go train, go for a run is greater than yours, because, hey, what did Marvin Hagler say? Is it hard to wake up, when you're, sleeping in satin sheets or whatever it was like that? O'Malley's sleeping in satin sheets and driving Lambos. It's hard to get up in the morning and go train, bro.
Yeah, it's hard to wake up and sleeping in silk sheets. Yeah, shout out to
That's the one. That's the one.
Yeah, Hagler's a GOAT. All right, so do you think he's overrated? Because I think Sean O'Malley's a little bit overrated. Do you think he's overrated?
Yeah, I would say slightly overrated.
Come on now.
Bro, remember, okay, let's go through this, right? Let's go through this real quick. He got the opportunity to fight Piotr Jan, who had just lost the belt, who was number 1 ranked. O'Malley was ranked number 10. Why is he getting that fight against Piotr Jan? And then even in the fight against Piotr Jan, everyone and their mother scored that fight for Piotr Jan, except, 2, in my opinion, bozos who scored it for O'Malley. I have no idea how. Then he gets the title shot against Aljo, which, okay, listen, he beat Aljo fair and square. I'm not going to take that away from him. But your first title defense is Chito Vera. Like, what had Chito done to warrant a title shot at that point in time? It was embarrassing. Like, he should have been fighting either Aljo in a rematch, or fighting Piotr Jan, or fighting Merab, and he gets to fight Cheeto Vera, probably at that point in time the worst fight in the top 5. I think he got blessed, because if he had to fight any of those other dudes, I don't think you even see O'Malley defend that belt one time. He loses that belt straight off the bat if he fought Aljo, Merab, or Piotr Jan.
Yeah, I think he loses off the bat. Listen, I love his star power, right? If you're a star in this company, you kind of got to go with it. You kind of have to be the bad guy. You kind of have to make your millions. The worst thing though is when somebody is coming up behind you. Pause. I'll pause that. Somebody's coming up behind you and trying to take what you have because they don't got nothing. And that's what O'Malley has to go in with, that mindset. This dude is coming for my job. If I don't close the deal, one, I have a big fan base. People are gonna look at me silly, not because of the hair you got. It's because of the performance you put on these last couple of years. We haven't seen nothing. The last time I saw O'Malley put on a fight was during COVID, when he had that knockout, and then we started calling him the Sugar Show. That's the only time I've seen the only time I've seen him for who he is. I don't think he wins this fight.
Oh, you picking Song Yadong?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay. We've got a difference in things here. I've got O'Malley winning this fight, bro.
Yeah, O'Malley winning. Why?
Bruh. Because this fight is going to be on the feet. I don't think Song is taking Yan down. I don't think Song is taking O'Malley down. This fight's going to be on the feet. And I think this is going to be a Yo Master Forgot performance. Like, O'Malley's not knocking out Song Yadong. If Piotr Jan is not knocking him out, Sean O'Malley sure as hell's not. But I think what Song needs to do to win this fight is what O'Malley excels best at. Song needs to close the distance, cut the octagon off. There is no one better at getting out of range, popping you from a distance than Sean O'Malley in that bantamweight division. And I think I think he's got about a 4-inch reach advantage, 4-inch advantage, where you've got high advantage as well. So that's why pause in advance, So I'm looking at it like Song has to close the distance, and O'Malley, he can move his feet, and especially now the difference is he's not moving his feet worried about, I'm going to get taken down like he was against Merab. He's moving his feet knowing, bro, I can pop you from a distance. I can throw my leg kicks a lot more without fear that you're going to catch you and take me down. And I really do believe that Song is going to struggle with that distance and closing in the distance on O'Malley. And I think O'Malley picks him apart. I'm going to say, 29-28 across all 3 judges' scorecards. And I think O'Malley gets a win. And I think O'Malley, you know what O'Malley's like, bro. The dude's a master marketer. He's a marketing genius. The minute he wins that fight, what's the first thing he's going to say? Because Piotr Jan hasn't booked that rematch or the 3rd fight against Merab. O'Malley gets on the mic. Peter Yan, me and you on the White House lawn. I'll see you in June. I guarantee you that's exactly what's going to happen.
If he wins this, So it's going to decision.
I'm gonna say decision, because Song Yadong, he's got a good chin on him. He's not gonna get knocked out. So I think O'Malley picks him apart, picks and pops him from a distance, gets back on the board.
I got Dong winning round 3. I think goes round 3. Yeah, I don't have any confidence in O'Malley anymore, bro. I don't.
Okay.
He's a lucky dude that got a break, right? Because sometimes that's what it takes in this company. He's a lucky dude that got a break, and he has to prove me wrong. There's no way you're taller than most of the division. You have a height advantage on everybody, and you're not getting the job done? Come on, man. Come on. All right. Bro, we might as well get into it. We talked about it a couple times before. Paddy the Baddy, Justin Gaethje. All right. Paddy's been talking his ish. Paddy, I watched a couple of interviews yesterday. Paddy said he's going to beat the brakes off Justin Gaethje. Do you think this is Paddy the Baddy's time? And do you think this is an easy win for Mr. Pimblett?
Remember what I said the very first time we talked about this fight when it got announced. I've never changed my opinion since then, and I'm sticking with it now. Paddy Pimblett is going to wash Justin Gaethje, and it's not even going to be close. I'm telling you, I've said that since the fight got announced, and I'm sticking it to it now. I'm not changing it. Paddy is a guy who people, because of the way that he looks, the way that he talks, the way that he acts, the antics, people underestimate Paddy. Paddy is a great fighter. And there is one thing I've always stuck by as well. Right now, in the world, there are only 2 lightweights that can beat Paddy Pimblett. Neither of them is named Justin Gaethje. It's Arman Tsarukyan and Ilia Topuria. And Paddy's going to go in there against Justin Gaethje, who we know. I've seen every time Justin Gaethje has gone to the ground against any fighter, he gets submitted. Habib and Charles Oliveira. And I know people say that's Habib and Charles Oliveira. Yeah, these guys are fantastic, unbelievable. Probably the two out of the top 3 greatest lightweights of all time. Paddy's ground game is really like that. And I feel like people are going to find out on fight night. Paddy, I think, gets him to the ground at some point in time, whether it's clubs him and knocks him down or whether he just takes him down. Paddy will get him to the ground, and the minute this fight gets to the ground, I'll send you a message and I'll tell you, Ray, the fight's over. Because it's done.
Bro, I'm going to send you a message once Gaethje knocks him out. Trust me. I'm that type of dude, bro. I'm that type of dude, bro. Listen, what makes you believe that what opponents has Paddy beaten that makes you believe he's going to beat Justin Gaethje?
To me, it's not even just about the opponents. Obviously, I could say like Michael Chandler, then I could just go real off any opponent I come up and then say people say, oh, this person's watched. Because I could say Tony, I could say Jared Gordon's, I could say all these dudes. I understand all those dudes. I'm probably not to this level of Justin Gaethje. But the thing with me when I look at Justin Gaethje is that Justin Gaethje at this point in his career, age 37, going to be 38 later on this year. I don't think this is the same Justin Gaethje as he was when he was, 6 years ago, when that prime, when he was fighting Habib. I don't think this is the same Justin Gaethje. And I sort of look at it like Paddy, since that ankle surgery that he had, and he missed a whole year, he came back from that injury. His striking was improved. On the feet, he was way better, utilizing leg kicks, utilizing teeps that we never saw that in his game, because he was just a wild and out, throw on the feet, haymakers, and then if he gets you down, he submits you. If he knocks you on the feet, boom, he got you. But now, after that surgery, he came back. He was way more skilled. He was way more composed, way calmer. It looked like his gas tank was way better, probably because his striking was way more technical. And I really do believe now, on the feet, obviously, okay, yeah, Justin Gaethje still has the advantage, but I don't think the gap is as big as it is now as it would have been 2 or 3 years ago. I think the gap is really reduced because of how much Paddy's improved. And I really do believe Paddy, you see this fight week right now, while he's cutting weight, people go, oh, Paddy's really not that big. Have you guys seen Paddy the Baddy on fight nights and how much this guy like rehydrates and packs like, whoa, pause, the muscle back on? Like, bro, he looks massive when he's in the octagon, bro. He says he's 5'11". I genuinely think he's 6 foot, bro. And he is going to look massive when he gets in the octagon. And I really do believe he's going to utilize that size, bro. And at some point in time, Paddy will get Justin to the ground. And whether it's through ground and pound or whether it's by submission, Paddy's going to stop Justin Gaethje and set up that fight with Ilia Topuria. I truly believe it. And I'm not wavering off my prediction. Paddy the Baddy is going to wash Justin Gaethje.
He says it with confidence, guys. So this is his breakout fight.
Bro, this is the moment. Yeah, this is the moment. Because you got to think about the opponent, one. And then number 2, this is the first Paramount card. So you got to think the UFC for the last, 3 months has been pumping all this energy into saying first Paramount card, getting all these signups. This is a massive audience. First card on Paramount. The opponent that he's facing as well. He gets a big win here. Bro, Paddy's star power is already up. Now it will just, star born, and now that sets up what the UFC I really think wants. Like, I think the UFC really wants and needs Paddy to win, because even if Paddy goes on to lose against Ilia, that's fine, because you have 2 stars going up against each other. So yeah, Paddy, this is the breakout moment. This is the breakout fight. Lift off for Paddy the Baddy if he wins.
So let's go with your prediction. I have a different prediction. Let's go with your prediction. He beats Gaethje. Gaethje retires, or can we see another fight?
It's similar to what I said with Derrick Lewis. I think Gaethje did say before, he said that I don't know if he said if he loses, that he'll retire, but I think Gaethje hold out for one more fight. If you lose this, hold out for the White House card as well, because I think the UFC, will throw a bag at Justin Gaethje and say, hey, okay, let's say you do retire if you lose to Paddy, come back on that White House card. We need some American star power on that card. Give him one last fight against, who's a big star.
I already know
Maybe the loser.
I know the person.
I was gonna say the loser of Max and Charles, but you tell me yours.
Michael Chandler. Do it again.
Ooh.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay.
It was one of the greatest fights I've ever seen. From two dudes that we know are not going to be anything but just great fighters. I think you put them in the octagon, have that first or second fight.
That's gonna be entertainment. That's how you get people there. You need eyes on that card. Yeah, two Americans who bring the fight. Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay, so you know what they say, man. When Trevor Whitman, the trainer, has two or more people on the card, they win. They win. So
he's going 0 for 2, bro. I'm telling you right now. He's going 0 for 2.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Rose Namajunas makes her return back, right? One of the best fighters that we've seen in a long time for a woman. She beat Zhang Weili a couple years ago. Do you think she can get back to what she was before, or do you think this is it?
Man, the fact that she's going up against Natalia Silva, I think Rose can beat a lot of women, a lot of girls in that 125 division, but Natalia Silva is really skilled, man. She is so skilled, and I think she's at a point in time in her career right now where Rose was when she was beating Joanna Jędrzejczyk, when she was beating Zhang Weili, where it's just things are starting to click for you at the right time and you're in your prime. I think Natalia Silva is at that point in time, and again, I think Rose is still can beat 95% of that division, but I just feel like that top tier 5%, you know, the Magnon Fioros, the Valentina Shevchenkos, the Natalia Silvas, those are the ones I think will give her problems. And Natalia Silva's style of fighting is very frustrating. Like, it can frustrate you really quickly. And I know Rose, you know, she's a master of being patient. She doesn't get too, but I think Natalia will find a way to really stress her out. I think really sort of just make it a frustrating fight and leave her chasing. And I think, Natalia wins this fight. Unfortunately. And I love Rose, and I feel bad, but I think Natalia wins this fight.
Wow. So you have no hope in any of what Trevor Whitman produces. I see you.
Bro, he's got fighters going up against monsters, man. Like, damn. Like, if they were going up against some other people, I'd be picking them. But they're going up against monsters in these fights he's got this time. It's tough. It's tough. And especially because I think this is not the prime versions of these fighters either. I think that's my biggest thing, is that this is not prime Rose. This is not prime Justin Gaethje. I think that's the biggest difference for me.
I think it's risky to come back from a long period of time, no chance to get in the octagon. I think this is going to be difficult, man. Not that many fighters could pull that off. And I think in Rose's case, the way she left was embarrassing. We saw her last fight. It was embarrassing. It was an embarrassment. And I think that was her first title defense too when she got the title. She lost it. I have no hope in Rose. And I like Rose. I don't think she wins this fight. I think in some people's cases, when you come back off after a long layover, I think it can be an issue for a lot of people, and not a lot of people can transition. I think this is going to be incredibly hard, especially because she's not going against someone that is ranked 10, 11. No, she's going against somebody that is killing the division right now, and I think it's a bad way to come back, and I think we might be looking at an embarrassment, dog. I think this might be an embarrassing fight. But who knows? Who knows? But I just think it's impossible for some people to come back. John Jones obviously can do it. He's the GOAT. He's goated. Paddy the Batty as well. But I don't think in this case, Rose has the tools to get past this fight. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. And we're gonna see, dog, but I have Rose losing to decision.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'm taking Natalia Silva by decision as well.
All right,
yeah.
So we agree on something. Okay.
We got something, man. We got something.
All right. So the Royal Rumble, dog, is coming up. All right, next week. Bro, I'm excited, man, because I think WWE, when it comes to creating events, nothing is better than WrestleMania or the Royal Rumble, right? We see a lot of celebrities pop out. We saw I Show Speed last year take that spear from Braun. Was it Braun? I forgot his last name.
Who was it?
Braun
Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Yeah, Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
Do you think the Royal Rumble itself is one of the best main events that the WWE puts on?
Oh, 100%, man. 100%. Because you get everyone. You get 30 people out there. This is like, and I think it's because you know what the outcome of that is. Whoever wins that is going to be more than likely headlining WrestleMania. So I think what comes out of that is what makes that, the anticipation, makes the event itself so special. But the event itself, bro, you always see some crazy returns. You always see crazy moments in the Rumble. You see dudes who are in factions and groups turn on each other in there. There's so many storylines that come out of the Royal Rumble that set up the rest of the WWE calendar. So I think that's why it's always the event where everyone, WWE fans, you're locked in, your eyes on it, because this is setting the table for what the year is potentially going to look like. Who are going to be the big stars that come out of this event? So that's why I think it's the event that's probably second only to WrestleMania for sure.
I know we don't have this in the Just Heat, but I'm gonna ask you, man, because you're a sports fan and you know a lot. Give me your top 5 best Royal Rumble entrances of all time.
I'm probably gonna have to. I'll do it no order here because I just have to. Whatever comes off the cuff comes off the cuff. I'll do Edge when Edge came back. I think 2000. Oh, bro, when was this?
11.
I don't know the year exactly, but when Edge returned after they said he was never going to wrestle again, that's up there for sure. John Cena, remember, he tore his pec at SummerSlam 2007, comes back in 2008 Royal Rumble, like 4-month miraculous return. That's definitely up there as well. I feel like Batista came back at the Royal Rumble as well. And then he set up a match. He won that, and then he set that up to go back to face Triple H at WrestleMania. That's up there as well. Who else do I got in there? I might throw. Who else should I put in there?
You can throw
I feel like someone else
if you want.
Who did we have that was a celeb, bruh? Nah, I don't want to do I Show Speed. That's too basic. Give me one that shook me a little bit, because this was like peak WWE years when I used to watch like this is Beth Phoenix. That was like a woman's entrance. I like Beth Phoenix when she entered the Rumble. That was pretty cool. And then my last one, give me. Oh, I feel Triple H might have think Triple H might have returned. I think he might have returned at a Rumble as well. I just don't know the year, but I'm going to say Triple H as well for one as well.
I believe it was 2002. I believe.
I don't want to get confused with SummerSlam. That's my only thing. But I do believe Triple H had a Royal Rumble that he returned at. So I just need to remember the year. But I think I'll put that on there. People in the comments, don't flame me too much. But I think it was a Royal Rumble.
Yeah. This is all rip. We didn't have the schedule. Me, I'm going to say Edge 2011. I'm going to do Speed. I don't care how basic it is. I think Speed had a crazy pop. I thought that was amazing. I'm going to put Stone Cold Steve Austin. Austin had one of the best pops in the Royal Rumble history. I'm going to put Triple H at number 4. When he came back. And then I'm going to put at 5 John Cena. You got to. Okay. I think Cena, whether you like him or not, and most people do like him, he has some of the best pops. And I think that Royal Rumble in 2007, I thought that was crazy because I actually got back into wrestling in 2007. So that was the perfect time when he came back. So I would have to say those are my 5.
Big. Yeah, I like it.
So let me ask you this: Does winning the Royal Rumble still matter as much as it used to?
I'll still say it does because Royal Rumble can make a start. Like we saw it last year with Jey Uso. Jey Uso obviously he had a ton of momentum behind him, but then winning the Royal Rumble like really allowed him to take off and then again get to WrestleMania. I think it's still the same. It's definitely still the same for sure. It allows, especially when there's moments where guys who are just on that edge of going, about to become superstars, that's what really elevates them. So I think the Royal Rumble will always have that that the aura when you win that if you win that, you are going to be, the new Mr. WrestleMania for that year. You're going to have all eyes on you going forward because all fans are predicting, like, who's he going to pick to face at WrestleMania? All these storylines pop up, and you just become part of mainstream media for, 4 to 5 months because everyone say, hey, bro, all eyes on this dude. He's going to be, the guy at WrestleMania. So I still think it's got the same aura, mystique behind it for sure.
Who do you have winning the Royal Rumble?
You mentioned him just before. He spared ISHO Speed at the Royal Rumble last year. I'm picking Mr. Braun Breaker. I think 2026 is the year of Mr. Braun Breaker. I think this is the year he breaks the chains off all these different factions and groups that he's been in. This is the moment for him to take over. And I think they separated recently, from the Rollins and all that, the different storyline that they had going on. I think, give me Braun Breaker to win the Royal Rumble. Go to WrestleMania. We'll see who he faces, but that's my pick. How about you? Who are you picking?
I'm actually surprised you said Braun Breaker. I got Logan Paul.
Damn!
Here's the reason why I have Logan Paul. You have one of the best energy drinks. This is not my opinion. All right, Prime is garbage. You have one of the best energy drinks. Shout out to Logan Paul, though. You have one of the best energy drinks. You are probably one of the best marketers when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to the podcast. It's on Netflix. We can't forget that it's on Netflix. Who has specials on Netflix? Logan Paul, Jake Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I think if you put Logan Paul over, I think the ratings go up even more. So that's my opinion. And Logan Paul's a great wrestler. I've seen a lot of his fights. He's athletic. He's done wrestling. He has a wrestling background. And the dude is entertaining. And he's a great heel. Why would you not want that as the Royal Rumble winner? So, no, I got Logan Paul.
Okay. I didn't think about it that way. If you're thinking about brand and marketing, star, that's the boy to go with for sure. Because the dude is an elite marketer for sure. And then even a better wrestler probably as well.
Yes. And, bro, and think about it. It's on Netflix.
You need big stars, bro, to headline these things, names that people recognize. So I see that. I see it.
Braun Breaker's not a bad pick, though. He's not a bad pick.
But the thing is, Braun Breaker, we need to get a little bit better on the mic if we want to headline WrestleMania. That's my only thing. So we'll see what happens if he wins. If he wins, get some lessons from Logan Paul and Triple H and all them boys, and I think you got a true star on your hands.
Yeah. All right, man. Enough with the Royal Rumble, which will be taking place the 31st of January. Y'all tune in. We're going to be tuning into that. Let's talk NBA, man. But one of the biggest headlines this week that I want to get that we should bring up, LeBron James has not been named an all-star starter after 21 years. Brother, you're the perfect person that I want to hear their opinion on that. What is your opinion on LeBron James not being an NBA all-star starter after 21 seasons?
Bro, I'm fine with LeBron not being a starter. I really am. Because if you really just think about this, the All-Star game needs to be, in my opinion, based off merit, your actual play on the court. There is no bigger fan than LeBron, in my opinion, in the world. I think it's me. I'm number one. Ty Lue, step aside. I'm number one. I just don't think there was any way I could put LeBron as a starter over SGA, Jokic, and then I'm looking at Luka, Stephen Curry, Wemby. I'm not even putting him off over Anthony Edwards. I think all 6 of those guys were over LeBron as a starter just based off how well they played this season. And I also think it's good for the league going forward that LeBron's not a starter because even in the fan voting, LeBron wasn't even the fan voting leader. I think you had Denny Avdia from the Portland Trailblazers had more votes than LeBron. And I know people will say, this is good for the NBA because LeBron is 41 years old. He's got less time in front of him that there's not that much time left of LeBron. You can't still be relying on LeBron to be the biggest star, LeBron to be the face of the league when he's only got 1 or 2 years left in the NBA. You need to start having new stars take over. And this voting that we saw this year reflects that. Luka ahead of him, guys like SGA ahead of him. That's perfect for the league because these guys are 26 years old, 27 years old. they are the guys that the NBA needs to start building around, and it's good that they're starting over LeBron. Obviously, am I upset about it? 100,000,000%. I would love to see LeBron start every single All-Star game, but it's good for the NBA going forward. It's sad for LeBron right now, but LeBron started 21 straight years. I honestly don't think he cares about, starting another one. Obviously, people might try to use that in GOAT debates and say, well, Michael Jordan never always started every single All-Star game. Who cares? LeBron's 41 years old. I'm pretty sure he's got bigger things to worry about than not starting in the All-Star game.
Yeah, enough with that crap. Like, dude is 41, has a chance to make the All-Star game again. He has the most All-Star appearances ever. Like, that's a flex in itself. I'm tired of these Jordan fans. Well, Jordan, he ended off with being a starter. Yeah, who cares? Jordan also did bad that night. If you watch the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like...
So it's like, bro,
Yeah, like
who cares?
so...
Honestly.
Bro, so I agree with you, man. I think it's good for the league to get these young players out. LeBron obviously did not put up the numbers that we wanted this year, and he's been absent most of the time. Like, I honestly would have been upset if he was the starter because of the games he missed, right? And
Exactly.
I think it probably would have lowered... I mean, the NBA All-Star is like hanging on for dear life as it is. So if you put him in the All-Star game, I truly think those ratings go away.
Exactly. So I think he still makes it as a reserve, but as a starter, I'm happy he's not starting. Otherwise, yeah, man, like the All-Star game low-key would have started losing some credibility if it just became just popularity contest, All
right, so you kind of like, all right, so the question I was gonna ask you next, who does he make? So you said you think he's going to be an All-Star reserve, right?
Yeah.
Who does he make it over?
There's got to be some dudes out here. I think I'm looking at guys like Julius Randle. I'm looking at guys like Chet Holmgren. I'm looking at guys like Scotty Barnes, who might get done dirty because LeBron will make it in. Because the coaches vote. The coaches decide who the reserves are. And I truly believe that there is no way that an All-Star game will take place. Not just an All-Star game take place. An All-Star game take place in LA, and LeBron James is not on the roster. He is going to be on one of those rosters. So, the people who I'm worried most for would be guys like, Jalen Johnson, Julius Randle, Scotty Barnes, Chet Holmgren, those sort of dudes. Jalen Durant, I'm also worried about. Those are guys who I think deserve to be All-Stars, but for LeBron to get in, one of those dudes is going to have to miss out, and I think it's probably going to be a younger guy.
And so KD is also not a starter. What do you think about that?
KD too, man. Like, again, it's this Western Conference, bro. These players that are in front of KD and LeBron now, they are just so elite, bro. Like, just... If it would be different if these guys were not getting in the All-Star game because of dudes like, again, I'm not trying to diminish them here, but Dede Abdia, for example. They're guys like Anthony Edwards, that's a top 5 player right now potentially. Wemby, top 5 player. Jokic, best player in the world. SGA, second or third best player in the world. Luka, third best player in the world. They are behind this new by this new great era of players who are just playing unbelievable. And LeBron and KD had their time where they were the unbelievable ones, getting in over guys who, were the old vets. Now it's their turn to be the old vets. They get in the reserve way. This new era of players are taking over, man. And yeah, the takeover is complete because there's only one more OG left in the starting lineup, Stephen Curry. And I think this is his last time starting because I think from next year onwards, Anthony Edwards is stealing that starting crown from Stephen Curry.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Do you think Steph Curry should have been an All-Star starter? That's my question.
Yeah, I had no problems with it. I was on the fence with Ant and Steph, and I sort of said to they were tied for me. Whoever made it in, I wasn't going to be mad at it. I had Steph. I picked Steph to start purely because, again, I thought the fan vote would carry Steph, which it did. But one thing I was surprised about was that the players ranked Steph over Ant. I thought the players would have had Ant over Steph, but turned out it was the other way around. So I think they gave a lot of credit to Steph in saying they think that Steph is carrying the Warriors more than what Ant is with the T-Wolves, because the T-Wolves lost Ant for 2 weeks, and they were still having a positive record. If the Warriors lost Steph for 2 weeks, they would lose every single game. For sure. So, yeah. I think that helped out Steph for sure.
Yeah, now that Jimmy Butler's injured, yeah, that is for sure that they would probably lose every game. All right, here's a rage
Yeah.
bait question.
Yeah.
So can we finally say Steph Curry is better than LeBron?
Hell no. Hell no. Those words have never been uttered by me and will never be uttered by me, bro. Stephen Curry better than LeBron. I don't care, even if it's right now. Hell no. I will never say those words.
Ooh, but I mean, those Steph fans can have an argument, dog.
They can argue all they want to, bro. It doesn't matter. If you're talking about career, LeBron, if you're talking about right now, they can say Steph. I will never say Steph is better than LeBron, ever. Even if it's a fact, never. Ever. That will never come. I will never say that. Hell no. Steph has given me too much generational trauma as a LeBron fan for me to ever be able to admit that. So, nah.
Yeah, he gave me trauma too, dog. All right, so let me ask you this. Years and years we got from LeBron. Oh, I'm going to be in the dunk contest. 2010, put me in that dunk contest. Do you think that's one thing he missed out on, being in the dunk contest?
Oh, 100%, man. Like, bro, Jordan was in it. Kobe was in it. Like, LeBron had to have competed in one. And I think, man, that's got to be, bro, I don't want to say taint his legacy because there's a dunk contest, but it's just like, bro, LeBron, you at your peak athleticism every single year, everyone will say, LeBron's going to be in the dunk contest. But I just think LeBron is more of an in-game dunker than he is a dunk contest dunker. But I think for the hyping up the event, he should have competed in one, man. Just one. Even if you didn't win it. But I think maybe because he's too much of a competitor, he does want to go in there and, not win against these, other elite tier event dunkers. That's probably why. But yeah, I feel like we got done a little bit dirty with LeBron never competing in one.
He never competed in an all-star event. Period.
No. He did the skills contest, which I don't know if you can count that as a thing, but he did the skills contest 2006 and 2007.
Come on. Come on.
Hey, shoot a jump shot, dribble up and down the court, and he said, yeah, that's me done. I'm never doing another one of these.
Nobody watches the skills competition. We watch it because we know the 3-point contest is next.
Exactly. You're right. You're right, to be fair.
Bro, so... Yeah, man, that's one thing I take away from LeBron. But a lot of people put that on his legacy. Or he's never competed in the dunk contest. That's why we can't. There's so many petty arguments. That's why people put Jordan over LeBron. And the dunk contest is one of them, dog.
That's nasty, bro. Come on now. That's
it's
crazy.
Nasty work. It's nasty work.
Like a dunk contest. Nah, but to be fair, yeah. I'm not going to use it against his legacy, but it's like, come on, bro. Your athleticism, bro, in your prime, 2009, 2010, even up to 2014, he could have been competing in the dunk contest. That's how crazy athletic LeBron was. And the fact that we saw all these crazy videos of him doing warm-up dunks or anything, and we never got to see it, or, on that big stage at the All-Star game, I feel like, hey, we got done a little bit dirty.
And, all right, so let me ask you this. Is it fair that the fans control the vote? Because they're going to control this vote if LeBron gets in. Do you think that's fair?
I think they need to decrease how much the fan vote is. Because right now it's 50% fan, 25% media, 25% player. I think they need to make it 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Because what it is right now, man, it's too much popularity, not enough, merit. Because again, as we were talking about with the snubs before, bro, you're going to have some of these dudes who are balling out who are in small markets. So people don't really know who these guys are. And they're getting taxed because they're in small markets. Because again, they just don't get as many nationally televised games. So people don't even know who they are. For example, I was talking to someone the other day, on a live, and they're saying, no way, Denny Avdic should be an all-star. Why? They go, oh, Denny Avdic is a role player. Denny Avdic is averaging 25 points per game. How is he a role player? And again, that's because people don't get to see the Portland Trailblazers enough because they're a small market team. So people who only watch the mainstream games like the Lakers, OKCs, the Nuggets, the Knicks, they look at those players only as being the All-Stars, where it's like Denny Avdic, he's balling out of his mind, needs to be an All-Star. You look at a guy even like Lauri Markkanen on the Utah Jazz, although they're, I think, 14th seed, he's playing like he should be an All-Star as well. Scotty Barnes in Toronto, that's a big market technically, on paper technically, but when you look at actually televised games, they're not getting big market attention. So people don't look at him to say, oh, Scotty Barnes should be an all-star. He should be. He's one of the best two-way players in the NBA right now. But again, because not enough fans get to watch these players. They don't actually understand and know that these dudes are balling out and need to be in the All-Star game. So they need to decrease how much the fan vote matters because, yeah, a lot of fans are, again, I don't try to disrespect some of these fans, but they're just casual, mainstream fans. They only watch the mainstream stuff.
I agree with that, for real. All right, man, we're going to jump into this Just Heat. All right? So, bro, we got some good top fives this week, dog. Give me your top five. My boy put out the book.
I had the book ready to go, bro. I'm locked in. I'm locked in.
Oh, I respect it. Okay. Give me your top five NBA All-Star snubs.
All right. Okay, my top 5 All-Star snubs. Let's start here. So it's gonna be a little bit of a weird list, but I've gone modern era only because again, I'm gonna try to pull people from the 80s and 90s I never really watched. At number 5, I'm actually gonna shock the world here. I went with Rudy Gobert in 2019 because again, for me, I'm a merit-based All-Star person. I'm not name recognition. Rudy Gobert was averaging 16 and 13 that year. The Utah Jazz playing extremely well. Rudy Gobert, unbelievable defensive player. Doesn't make the All-Star game. 16 and 13, I think he got snubbed. He was playing unbelievable, leading a great Utah Jazz defense. He got snubbed. Then at my number 4, I went with Karl Anthony Towns, 2017. Year 3 in the league, 25 and 12. Obviously, the T-Wolves weren't a great team, but the dude was averaging 25 points per game. A 25 and 12 double-double doesn't make the All-Star game. Crazy snub for me. He should have made it. My number 3, I went Domantas Sabonis in 2024 because the dude was averaging nearly a triple-double. 19, 13, and 8 at the point in time. The Sacramento Kings were the 5th seed. His best or second best player, De'Aaron Fox, missed a ton of games. Domantas is carrying that team, trying to keep them above water, yet somehow doesn't make it. Criminal. My number 2, Logo Lillard. Dame Dollar Lillard, 2017. 27, 5, and 6. Doesn't make the All-Star game. Klay Thompson made it in over him. The Warriors were a stacked team. How are they getting 4 All-Stars? No way. He shouldn't have made it. It should have been Damian Lillard. And my number 1, he is the You Light My Fire, washed up king right now. But in 2020, he was averaging 30 points per game. Bradley Beal was snubbed. The Wizards weren't a good team. Bradley Beal was a good player. He should have made it.
Oh, I'm going to have to disagree with that last one. I'm going to have to disagree with that last one.
Damn. What the hell? What happened? Huh?
What happened?
Damn. Hold on.
Yo. Are we good? Don't worry.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, don't worry. We're going to cut that out. I'm going to have to disagree with that last one, dog. Yeah.
Oh, with Bradley Beal? Come on, bro. 30 points per game?
I don't care.
All-Star.
Your team is one of the worst teams during that year. You don't deserve... Listen, this is one thing I told my brother. All right, shout out to my brother. This is one thing I told my brother. If your team is not at least 10th in the conference, even at 10, you should not be an all-star. That's just me.
30 points per game, though, bro. Like, come on. What am I supposed to do? My team is terrible. We got no one, and I'm putting up 30. I'm willing us to try and will us to win every night, It's just me. If I'm averaging 30, I think that's probably one of the most highest point per games totals as well, to not make an all-star game. I think it could be the highest. Bro, it had to be an all-star. I know the team was bad, but still, as a player, it's individual. I'm balling. I should be an all-star.
I can't give you that one, dog. I can't give you that one.
Damn.
I can't give you that one.
Yo, hey, y'all just making Bradley Beal out here, man.
That one. I can't give you that one. All right. Let me give you mine. All right. My top 5 snubs of all time. Well, I'm gonna do this modern era. Okay? I had to say it, all right, because I'm a fan. LeBron James, 2026 snub. I'm gonna put Damian Lillard. Because Damian Lillard many times throughout 2016, 2017, we're thinking to ourselves, Dude, this dude is literally shitting on every Western Conference point guard. He's getting a weak ass Portland Trailblazers to the playoffs every year. Why is this dude not an all-star? I have to put Damian Lillard in there. My next one, dog, and I'm surprised you didn't say it. Devin Booker. Devin Booker. Devin Booker,
Yes.
and I think it's just the team's success. Devin Booker has been snubbed multiple times where we were questioning, I was questioning why he shouldn't be in the All-Star game. Devin Booker is definitely an easy no-brainer for me. And then, bro, you said Karl Anthony Towns, 2017. I'm going to give you that, even though I got some beef with him right now. Bro.
Yeah.
One you did not mention, P. One that you did not mention, and I'm trying to still fathom it. Jamal Murray.
Bruh, I'll be serious with you. I don't think Jamal Murray's ever got snubbed. I think Jamal Murray's just always hurt. He's always hurt. That's the problem. This is the 1 year Jamal Murray's actually stayed healthy. That's why he's gonna be an all-star. Every other year, he like plays, then he gets hurt. Then he plays, then he gets hurt. So I think that's why it's hard for people to put him in there, because they go, bro, like these other dudes are just playing all the time. And in addition, the guards, the same thing happened with Dame and Devin Booker. The guards, bro, in the West, the Lucas, SGA, the Stephs, it's always been stacked. Even before that, you had Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Klay Thompson, James Harden. It was stacked. That's why I think you got a lot of these dudes that probably should have more All-Stars, but hey, it's just nature of the game, the nature of the beast. That West was crazy.
I might give you that. I'll give you that. I think that's the reason why we didn't see Dame make it so long. But when you have a dude killing each point guard in the playoffs, you're taking a sorry-ass Portland trick. Because they were sorry. They still are sorry, but we see a little bit of light at the tunnel now. Dude, and Damian Lillard was doing it all by himself. All by himself. Hey,
come on. Actually, you know what? I was going to say respect CJ McCollum, then I realized what CJ McCollum did sometimes.
Not the CJ McCollum that's inconsistent. Come on, dog.
Not that one. Not that one.
Come on. So I'm gonna say Jamal Murray. I was surprised you didn't put on that list, because Jamal Murray in the bubble, that's where it all started for me. Why I thought he was all-star caliber. Yes, he has had injuries. If Jamal Murray does not make it this year, dog, we got something to talk about. That's all I'm gonna say.
Cancel the All-Star game. Yeah. He needs to make it. For sure. The way he's been balling out, especially with Jokic injured, bruh, 27 points per game, I think with Jokic out, he's balling out of his mind. Get him in the All-Star game. If he's not, we're not watching. I guarantee that.
Okay.
No way.
Now, this is the list I wanted from you. All right?
Uh-huh.
Can you tell me your top 5 worst NBA All-Stars ever?
Okay. This is going to be a great start, by the way. My top 5 worst NBA All-Stars ever. Number 1, Allen Iverson. Number 5, Allen Iverson, 2010. Oh, I knew it. I knew this was going to be the reaction. Allen Iverson, 2010 is number 5. Because the dude barely played. This was washed up Allen Iverson. He only made it in there because of popularity. Because I think these were the days where it was, hey, all fan vote for the starters. Allen Iverson was not the same Allen Iverson. He was washed up. I think he had only been playing for like a month at that point in time. Makes the All-Star game. Yeah, 2010 Allen Iverson, number 5. Number 4, I went with BJ Armstrong, 1994, because I think many people know this one. It was despicable. MJ had left, obviously, so you had BJ Armstrong out there averaging 15, 3, and 2, and that was enough to be an all-star. Despicable, bro. That should not have happened. Number 3, Kyle Korver, 2015. 12 points per game, gets you in the all-star game. I don't care that your team was the number 1 seed. Your team should not be getting 4 all-stars if the last one's averaging 12 points per game. I don't care how insane the shooting splits are. Absolutely not. Number 2, I went with Jamal McGraw in 2003. Again, benefit of being in a weak era of centers over there, and again, that allowed him to be an all-star. that's not happening in peak 2000s years. It's definitely not happening in the 90s, and it's definitely not happening now. The dude just got fortunate at the right time. And then my number one, the dude played 5 games the whole season and was an all-star. Yao Ming in 2011. That's when I think they should have stopped allowing fans to have the say on the voting for the starters, because you had a dude play 5 games and was an all-star. Nah, dog. All respect to Yao Ming, but yeah, he's the worst all-star of all time, for sure.
All right, yeah, your list is not bad. Your list is not bad. I'm a little surprised with AI, but he was on the Pistons during that time. You have every right. You have every right, since you're a Pistons fan, to come at AI. I get you on that one. I get you on that one. All right, we're gonna go 5-1. My number 5 is Shaq.
Okay.
On the Phoenix Suns. There's no way that man should have been the All-Star that year. And I'm talking about in 2007. Shaq, Phoenix Suns should never have been on that All-Star. Wait, 2007 or is it 2009? I'm getting the dates mixed up.
I think it would be 2009. 2009 was Suns and 2007 was Heat. But both times was pretty questionable.
So I'm gonna do that again. Number 5, Shaq on the Phoenix Suns 2009. If you're a basketball fan, there was no way that man should have been in the All-Star game that year. That's crazy. Number 4, because you put it in my ear now, pause. I'm going to put AI 2010 Detroit Pistons. I think once he cut his hair, there was no going back. There was no going back.
Yeah. Wait, so now he was Philly. So he was Philly on that one. So he'd left the business and signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. That's where he played like nothing. Yeah, and that's where he played like absolutely nothing. Yeah, but still, point is the point. Yeah.
Here's where it gets interesting. Number 3, I got Mo Williams. Mo Williams in 2009.
Okay.
All right, when he was playing with LeBron, the Cavs, when they went against the Spurs. All right. I got Mo Williams. Mo Williams, I think, only averaged like 17 that year. There's no way that man should have been an All-Star. But, of course, you're going to have your Jordan fans come at us more because, he had an All-Star on his team. Mo Williams is an All-Star, goddammit. That shouldn't have happened. All right. Number two, I have Kyle Covert. And I would have him at number 1. But there's another person that beats him. Kyle Covert in 2015. The Hawks were amazing that year. They had 4 All-Stars, Jeff Teague, Paul Millsap, Al Horford, and they had Kyle Covert. He was the weakest link. He shouldn't have made the damn All-Star team that year. I'm in front of my big screen. I'm in front of the screen, right? Because Mama came up a little bit, so we had that flat screen. I'm looking at my brother. I'm like, he's in the All-Star game? And it was surprising, bro, because it was surprising, one, because Kyle Covert wasn't even the first option on the Hawks that year. They got smacked by Cleveland, right? He is definitely number 2. Number one is a tie between B.J. Armstrong, as you said before, and Roy Hibbert.
Bro, Roy Hibbert with his... He was averaging like 10 points. I didn't even think about that, bro. I did not even...
Listen, we all know Roy Hibbert would have been a great player if the injuries didn't happen. But you can't tell me that man was supposed to be on the All-Star team in 2012. Roy Hibbert was only averaging 11 to 12 points that year. Him being an All-Star did not make any damn sense. So I'm going to have to put Roy Hibbert / B.J. Armstrong as number 1.
Yeah. Damn, I think you won it with that.
You surprised me with the AI, but you had to change it a little bit. Like, did he say AI? Please don't let him say 04, 05 because Denver Nuggets AI was a problem.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. He was a beast. Yeah. Damn, nah, the Roy Hibbert one wins that one for you. Garbage, I completely. The Roy Hibbert one slipped my mind,
trash. All right. Our next topic. KD moves up in the all-time scoring list. Passes Dirk Nowitzki. Bro, we've seen it throughout his career, man. KD is a lot of people have him as the best scorer of all time, especially a lot of people in the Gen Z millennial generation. We have him as the greatest scorer of all time. What does this say about KD's legacy, passing dirt, and has a chance to pass MJ? I know y'all Michael Jordan fans are not going to want to hear that. Has a chance to pass Michael Jordan. What does this say about KD's legacy?
Man. Hey, bro, one of the greatest scorers of all time, if not the greatest scorer of all time, you know, because you look at it, man, a 7-footer with guard handles, he can say what he wants. He's not 6'9" or 6'10", he is 7 foot tall with guard ability, can make any shot in the world, can shoot over anyone in the world, the purest scorer, one of the most efficient scorers of all time as well. Bruh, his legacy's up there as a top 2 scorer, I think, in my opinion. And then you add in the championships, you add in everything else. You got a guy who is a first ballot, unanimous Hall of Famer. It won't even be a question. The minute that they say Kevin Durant's able to make the Hall of Fame, he'll make it straight away. And now the race for him is to how high he can get, because he's definitely not going to get number 1. I think LeBron is just too far ahead, and I don't think KD's got enough years. He's missed too much time with the injuries in his career. I think maybe if he didn't have, missed full seasons, he would have the opportunity, possibly, but nah. But yeah, I think he could get to, I'm going to say he's going to get that top 3. I think he'll pass, Karl Malone, and I think he'll get that 3rd spot. I don't know if he can pass Kareem, though, but I think he'll definitely get to that 3rd spot in front of Karl Malone.
Wow. So he beats out Jordan. Yeah, he's going to beat Jordan.
Yeah.
So you think
Yeah, I think he beats Jordan, Kobe. I don't know who else is there. Might be Will, but yeah, Jordan, Kobe, whoever else is there, and then he passes Karl Malone as well, and then I think he gets the 3rd place.
Wow. Okay, I have him passing. I have him passing Kobe. I have him passing Jordan. I don't see him passing Karl Malone. I don't. The reason why I say that is because these last 4 to 5 years, KD's been a little. It's on and off with KD, right? Because of the Achilles, we kind of like, we're kind of like careful with him. Like, oh, we don't know if we're gonna get KD like we did before. Because ever since the Achilles, I'm like worried that he won't last as long as we think he will. Pause. All right.
Yeah.
But I don't see him passing. Realistically, I don't see him passing Malone. I do think he'll pass Kobe and Jordan. But in order to get to Malone, we're going to need 3 healthy seasons at least from him. And, dude, he's what?
Yeah.
37?
37 this year. I think 37. We're about to turn 38 this year. Yeah. So it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. He's gonna need to stay healthy. This season he's actually been probably the healthiest he's been in a long time, which I think it's because they're not asking him to do as much because his team's better. And I think if he stays on teams that are like the Houston Rockets, where there's other dudes out there helping him out, especially on the defensive side of the ball, I think 24 points per game for 2 or 3 more seasons, I think can get him to that Karl Malone mark. And I think KD, he has to be top 5 scorer of all time, like on the total, and I think top 3 would look a lot nicer too.
So, let me ask you this: with KD, do you think KD has an argument? Because we listen, we're in a wild generation, right? Do you think KD has an argument to be in the GOAT conversation?
Nah, no, KD's not in any GOAT conversation at all, because I think the difficulty for KD to be in that GOAT conversation is the fact that the 2 championships that you have were done by joining a team that was 73-9 before you joined it. And I think for KD, the thing for him is that he's a ceiling raiser. There's floor raisers and there's ceiling raisers. I believe that Stephen Curry, LeBron, Jordan, all those guys are floor raisers. KD, you put him on a team that's good, he makes them great. But I don't think he can make an average team good or great like a LeBron can. I don't think he can do that. And I think that's why you see KD in situations where, like with OKC, for example, a team when they were up 3-1, they should close it out. They don't close it out because, again, I don't think KD can elevate others. He can elevate himself, but I think the difference is that he can't elevate others to places that, to great heights and get them to places like LeBron where he goes to the finals with teams that have no business being there. So that's what I think dents it a little bit. And the fact that you look at the years since Golden State, You know, obviously the 2021 year with the Nets, okay, you lost in the second round in the game 7 in overtime. That's tough. But the following year, 2022, you get swept in the first round, I believe. You get swept again in 2023 with the Sun, or 2024 with the Suns. You haven't got past the second round since you left Golden State. So it's like, man, the legacy's not looking good before that in terms of winning when it matters most. And especially after that, after the Golden State years, not looking good either. So I don't think I can put him in GOAT conversations, but I can definitely put him top 15 all time. Top 10? If he gets another ring, I'll say top 10.
I asked my next question. So we're both agreeing he's going to be number 3, number 4 on the scoring list. Do you think that helps him become a top 10 player?
Oh, man. I think it's just the if he gets something with the Rockets, even if he takes the Rockets to the conference finals, I think I might even use that in his favor and say I might put him into that top 10, to be fair. But it's just the winning outside of Golden State, because it's so hard to, I know how hard it is to win a championship. These players tell us all the time, but bruh, you joined a team that literally had Stephen Curry. You had a team that had 2 out of the top 3 best players in the world at the time on one team. You guys were a legitimate super team. People say that you're the greatest team of all time, and you joined that team. A team that you were up 3-1 against, you joined that team. It's hard for me to give you the same credit as I do other guys who've won championships in way more difficult situations than you did. So that's why I think I have to text KD a little bit, and I think it's hard for me to put him in GOAT conversations, and it's also hard for me to put him in top 10. But yeah, if he gets on with the Rockets, for sure, top 10 guaranteed.
Do you think KD should retire as a Rocket?
I think KD's got one more move.
Really?
I think he's got one more. I think he's got one more move left in him, bro. I think so, because KD signed a 2-year deal, right? I think this is year 1 of that 2-year deal. I think he finishes the contract with Golden State. With the Rockets, and he'll be 38 when that contract finishes. And I think KD goes, listen, I got 2 more years in me. What team out there needs a great scorer who's 7 foot tall, can still play good defense because of the height? Let me go to that team, and let me get myself 1 more championship, 3 chips, roll out into the sunset. I think he's got one more team.
OKC? It sounds like you're saying OKC.
I mean, Spurs, OKC, those are teams that come to mind. I think whatever young team or team that's got like a good young star at that point in time when KD comes off contract, and a good young core where KD is not going to take up too much of the salary cap because those guys aren't getting paid, the big dollars yet. I think that's where KD will go. And I think the timeline at the moment would say the San Antonio Spurs.
See, I think KD does some snake shit. He goes back to OKC. Yeah, I think so, man.
For the culture, though. For the culture, that'll be unbelievable.
You already took on the name as the villain. Why? Just continue to play it out. Why not?
And KD loves that too, bro. He loves that villain lifestyle. He lives it well too, though. I'll give him credit for that. I'll give him credit. We need villains, and KD's living it too. I love that.
It's also not. You're not gonna get the LeBron homecoming. Like, I don't think anybody's gonna get that. Like, I don't think even if KD comes back, they win a chip. He's not gonna get the LeBron the homecoming because SGA did it already. If I'm KD,
exactly.
I'm going back to OKC. Why? Because I left y'all hanging the first time. 2, I'm retiring, so I'm showing you like, yo, the love is still there. I'm coming back with grace. I want to finish my career here. I'm confident to finish my career. If I'm KD, I'm looking at that as my timeline. The Spurs, you said something great. I like the Spurs. Here's the thing. Wemby goes down, no championship. And we questioned Wemby because Wemby has already had a lot of minor injuries already. I think it's too risky for him to go to the Spurs. I think it makes more sense to go to OKC because if SGA goes down, you have Jalen Williams when he comes back. You have Chet Holmgren. You have Caruso. You have a lot of bench depth on your team. I think it would make sense for a KD to go there and he'd be comfortable because you don't necessarily need the high intensity performance out of SGA all the time. That's when KD comes into play. So if I'm KD and I'm trying to do some more snake shit, that is what I'm gonna do before I leave.
Yeah. One last round, bro. KD gets a chip at OKC. Yeah, well, I didn't care how it happens. You put him top 10. Because he would have completed the circle of life. Start where you finish and get a chip there too. Circle of life, KD.
See, I can't put
him
him top 10. I think KD being in the top 10 for me is done with. I don't think he's
yeah.
Don't get me wrong. He's top 10 talent. Maybe top 5 talent.
Uh-huh.
But when it comes to career-wise, accolades, and that move he did, I think he can't enter the top 10 just because of that.
That's fair. But man, damn, KD, bro. What a player. But yeah, legacy-wise, unanimous first ballot Hall of Fame.
Oh, hands down.
Yeah.
Hands
I'll
down.
give that to him.
Hands down.
Yeah.
All right. Man, we're going to end off with this topic. And, I can't be too biased here, all right? The New York Knicks, man. The beginning of the season, we had a lot of hope for this team. It's starting to look like that is probably not going to happen. We're seeing a lot of problems with Karl-Anthony Towns. A lot of Knicks fans are saying Mike Brown needs to go. Do you think Karl-Anthony Towns, longevity-wise, is the right choice for the Knicks?
Man, I'm going to say probably not. You remember what Draymond said? The dynasty starts after you, not with you. That looks like what it is with Karl-Anthony Towns, because I look at it like you can't have Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns out there together and be good on defense, because both of them are not the greatest, and especially Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl-Anthony Towns is not the greatest, but he just doesn't show effort. Jalen Brunson will actually show effort in points in time. And Karl-Anthony Towns, you can't have your big man out there who can't defend, man. As great as he is in terms of spacing the floor offensively, bro, defensively, he is just... Was it a turnstile? Everyone gets through, bro. It's easy pickings. And I truly believe that with all the complaining that you see a certain someone doing over there in Milwaukee, and the fact that Karl-Anthony Towns, it's getting to a point where it seems like they can't keep him there because he's just, again, defensively a liability. The dynasty starts after you, not with you. And I think Karl-Anthony Towns, this is looking like it's going to be his last season in New York, because I think, off season, if the Knicks don't make the conference, actually not even the conference finals, if the Knicks don't make the NBA finals, they're going to make a trade. And the person involved in that trade will be Karl-Anthony Towns. I more than 100% guaranteed that's going to happen.
That's going to happen. I don't see Karl-Anthony Towns. If we cannot turn things right now, if we can't turn it around, I don't see Karl-Anthony Towns lasting another season with us. If I'm the GM, and now I'm not speaking as a biased fan, I might be a little bit. If I am the GM, I'm trying to get rid of him now. Why? One, the pressure is at its highest for the New York Knicks. Two, your main threats, well, Boston is, they're coming back, but your main threats,
they're looking good.
They're injured. If I am the GM, I'm looking at it as like, okay, this is probably the most pressure we had in the last 10 years to get to the championship. A lot of teams that hate us expect us to get there. If I'm the GM, I'm looking at that. And I'm looking like, okay, after the All-Star break, because that's when the season technically starts. I'm looking at it like, okay, we're in All-Star. The deadlines is coming up. Let me see what moves I can make. Or I'm going to have that sit down with Karl-Anthony Towns like, dude, you need to learn how to be aggressive, because people are taking advantage of that. People are calling you soft. The fact that people are saying you're zesty and you have a lot of freaking memes, you're a meme now. You need to get out of that meme stage, bro. And you're in one of the most harshest places to play basketball, which is New York City. We don't have time for these.
Yeah, you can't be up and down in New York.
We don't have time for this, bro. We literally have the ball in our court, and we need to figure out what is the next step for us. The Pistons are doing great, right? We need to be able to try to defeat the Pistons because me personally, bro, if the Pistons and Knicks were in the Eastern Conference Finals right now, and I hate to say this, and you're not going to hear me say this again, the Pistons are winning.
Detroit basketball, man. Detroit. That's why I think it's the Knicks. Yeah, it's win now, man. And I don't think they've got the opportunity to. This is not anymore. It's not. Oh, New York is elevating. They are, give them a year or two. The window is now. You gave up all those picks to get Mikal. You paid Mikal. You paid OG. You paid Cat. You paid Brunson. Hart, I think, got paid as well. You paid everyone. Now it's time for people to either put up or shut up. And I think, especially this year, if you don't put up after making the conference finals last year, if they don't make this is, to me, it doesn't matter. If they don't make the NBA finals, even if you lose the NBA finals, if you don't make the NBA finals, someone has to go. And I think the person who all fingers are starting to point at, slowly but surely, they're all turning, it's Karl Anthony Towns. Because offensively, he's too inconsistent. Defensively, he's just lazy, never there, doesn't show enough effort. So if they make a move, which I think they will if they don't make the NBA finals, yeah, Karl Anthony Towns is the one. I think he'll be the centerpiece of that trade, and I think the guy that comes in, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hey, please, brother, please, please.
Don't grinch, please.
All right, I got 2 more questions and we'll end it. 1.
Yeah.
The current state of New York, do you see the Knicks getting to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Right now, I'll say no. Right now, I don't see the Knicks making the conference finals because I think it's just too much inconsistencies, too many things going wrong. And I think sometimes in years past, I'd look at NBA teams and say, man, they got so much talent. They'll figure it out. Their bench that we all thought was going to get better is one of the worst in the league. They're 27th in points per game off the bench. And I know people will say, well, last year they did it in the playoffs. Their starting 5 played crazy minutes. What happened? They burnt out in the conference finals. So now I say to myself, bro, you're not doing that again this year. Because, again, obviously it's a weaker conference. I know that for sure. But the Pistons are better. The Celtics potentially getting Jason Tatum back. You are going to have some walls ahead of you. And with this team, there's just too many things going wrong for me to say, they'll be able to, fix it all up come playoff time. So right now, I'll say Knicks aren't make the conference finals.
I hate to agree with you, bro. I'm going to have to agree. I'm going to have to second that.
But the NBA needs New York to be in the conference finals and the NBA finals. So they need to step their game up, bro. Because, again, I don't want to see a playoff run where the Knicks, who had all this hype preseason, just flame out and don't do anything. I think it would be just a disgrace because of how good this team is and built and all the talent that they have with that core 5. Go out there, make a move. Something has to change because, you can't be in this sort of championship window and end up, and your best thing is that you lost in the conference finals. That can't be it.
All right, and then my last question. If the Knicks do not reach their full potential this year, do you think this is it for Mike Brown?
Mike Brown will get fired. I think, there is, changes would have to be made. This modern day NBA, it's no longer we give you 2 or 3 years. It's, bro, if we're in a championship window and you can't get it done in the first year and we get worse off compared to what we were before you, we're going to fire you. Because to me, I love Mike Brown, but I thought the coach that the Knicks should have gone was actually Mike Malone. Because I thought Mike Malone won a championship with the Denver Nuggets. He's used to, again, running good offenses, great defenses, dealing with the big man that's not necessarily the greatest, most mobile big. He got Nikola Jokic to play defense on a championship team. Nikola Jokic was playing actually good defense. I thought he was the right coach. But now I think Mike Brown, if they don't make it to the NBA Finals, he's going to be one and done. He'll be out of there. And so will Cat. And I think they bring in Mike Malone in the offseason, and then they'll have Mike Malone with Giannis and Brunson and all these dudes. And that's when I think, you probably have a better chance if they don't do what they're supposed to this season.
We'll end it like that. Mike Brown, this is a message to you. Cat, you already know how I feel. Listen, as a New York fan, your time is limited. Ask Thibodeau. Your time is limited. Get your ish together. We literally have a freaking clear window to get to the finals. And if we cannot make that happen, Mr. Brown, your time is up. And you are on the clock, brother. All right? This is the Random Shuffle.
Nice.
I'm your host, Ray Swaby, the homie P Talk Sports. Hey, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, go follow this man. Jump on those lives. This dude has crazy lives, and a bunch of people jump on those lives. And we talk sports, man. He talks sports. Dude knows a lot, man. All right? This is Just Talk Sports. We are out, y'all. Yes, sir.
Catch you later, man.
Okay.